I am most excited to welcome back into our building our students and faculty and the larger MSU community to see this new vibrant museum that we've been renovating over the past year.
How can we create spaces that allow us to put in exhibitions that can grow into the 21st century and into the digital technology and needs that come along, but also allow us to change out pieces and parts so that there's always something new?
One of the things that you really rely on, I think, in a museum is to give you a sense of how you got to the place that you are. And I think that's something that the museum is a long legacy of, but it's doing in the context of speaking to the moment and some of the questions that we have about the world right now.
I wanted a job that was going to challenge me a little bit, force me to learn about a bunch of new things. How lucky I've been to experience all of these different people and topics has really opened my eyes to how I think education should be.
Our role is to really be less about specialization and more about ideas that bring all these specializations together.
We're really focused now on bringing more students and faculty into the space too, so we're co-creating these exhibitions with students, with faculty, so that they're a part of the process.
You know, it's great because you have a lot more spaces where you can bring students to do like hands-on work. So it just makes it easier for, I think, faculty to engage.
Obviously the space looks amazing. I think it all just kind of makes room for a more like collaborative environment. We have a student space downstairs now.
Thanks to the Forest Acres Trust, our lower level will create all types of new space for students to engage with the museum.
It doesn't mean that we move away from our traditional objects and collecting. We just present that in a different way that people can engage with.
Students remember experiential things, and they can build off experiential things in a way that can be very compelling. Museums help people do that.
Success to me will be defined by how this museum is embraced by current and former students and faculty.
And so what I hope is what we hear from students and we hear from faculty is that participating with the museum was an important part of their time at MSU. We want to be at the core of their experience.